Okay, I think that's enough. We'll start a couple minutes early. Howdy, y'all. Welcome back. We're doing some Elite today. You know, I said we were gonna do this. That's for the past couple nights. I don't really have a game plan for today. we've got a lot of options, but yeah. Hi, how's everyone going? I hope everyone's enjoying it, the tail end of your week. It's almost time. You've almost made it. Your weekend is about to begin, and my 2 days of work this week are about ready to start. So we're gonna have some fun tonight. I'm thinking we'll probably just start off doing some combat zones. And then maybe we'll head over to Raijin. I don't know. I got my bonds last night, just trying to see how things were and test out the new the CG AX weapons. And yeah, they're really good. They're really powerful. So yeah, we might head over there and try and get a little bit more of the hearts down. But yeah, aside from that, it's just going to be a chill night in space. It's been kind of a big day in Elite Dangerous. The test servers have opened for people that are in the Elite Partner Program. That is not me. I don't really apply to partner stuff. I mean, if they want to reach out to me, that's fine. But yeah, I don't usually take initiative on that kind of thing, just because I play so much different stuff, right? But you know, it looks really good. Mostly people testing out the Mandalay, but a little bit with the power play stuff. Some things I like, some things I don't like. Mandalay looks great from the streams that I saw. Looks absolutely fantastic. I am eager to get my hands on it, and am waiting with bated breath on what the final ship is going to be. And then yeah, the power play stuff I'm a little more uncertain about. The power play, like the actual mechanics behind like ranking up and everything, look great. Lots of new rewards people are very curious about, that kind of thing. But you know, there are a couple steps backward, I think. One of the big ones is that they have officially shown that they are returning to enemy powers will attack you in their systems. So yeah, that as I think it was Father Bill I was watching put it, you know, if you are, I don't know if it's Father Bill or one of the other streamers, but yeah, basically, you know, if you want to take part in power play and you don't want to be shot at other ships, then you're effectively locked away into like 1/8 of the bubble. It's a very bad move. I mean, there's a reason they took it out in the first place. I don't know why they're going back to it. I mean, that would discourage me from taking part in power play than anything. You know, thankfully, our crew kind of rolls around in space that it would be fairly easy to get some stuff done in. But yeah, I mean, that's just a boneheaded move. I don't want to be shot just because I'm like trying to trade and do a trade route that Inara pops up as like a limited time thing, right? So yeah, you know, I'm not super happy about that. Everything else though, it seems okay. I like the new UI. The new galactic map looks really good. I like the new systems to actually do your rankings, how the rewards work, all of that. All of that is perfectly fine. It's just a few things regarding like the security forces. I genuinely don't know why they put that back in the game. It's just incredibly bad. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to be shot just because I'm, you know, I'm pledged to Ashling while I'm trying to do things here in our space, right? Like it's just incredibly dumb. Like I've got two different things that I got to work on, especially because they say that they want to untie BGS with power modules. But if I'm not concerned with power play and just want the rewards, but I am concerned with our BGS stuff, then they're tied. Like I can't do one without the other affecting it, right? Like it's just, there's no way. So yeah, I don't know what the decision was on it, but aside from that, you know, everything else looks pretty good. You know, it's kind of funny. We've been having some discussions in Discord and among the forums the past couple of days, you know, about the new secret feature and all of that stuff. And it's just been, this community is wild, man. I've never been part of an MMO community like this. It's just very, very weird. Like it's everyone just loves space and has a good time with it. But it's also toxic in a very weird way. Like, it's not toxic where people call each other gamer words like they do in World of Warcraft or whatever. It's just toxic in the sense that they're mad that this is a video game. And that the developers have to abide by video game development standards and do things the way a video game developer would. Right? It's very strange like that. What set it off was we were kind of guessing like what the new secret feature would be, right? And like I made a comment that like, yeah, low atmospheric planets would kind of make sense to have some changes in. That would be way too much, Josh. I'll get into why that is. I'll get into how VTubers work here in just a little bit. But yeah, like I was talking about low atmosphere planets because the Mandalay, they've been hinting that it'll have better atmospheric handling, kind of like other ships do with the SEO and stuff. So I was like, yeah, that would make sense for like low atmospheric planets and stuff, right? And someone in our Discord like just saw the word atmosphere. It was like, they'll never add that to the game. Why would they add something that would add a ton of work to them and that kind of thing? And I guess like they just saw the word atmosphere, assumed I was talking about adding new atmospheric planets, and immediately slammed their keyboard to try and, you know, get a dig in at FDev, right? And how they're bad and all of that. It's like, what? That's not what I said at all. Like, I'm talking about the low atmosphere planets that we land on for exobiology and stuff. Like, those are already in the game. Wind shear effect is already in the game. Like, I mentioned that in a post. I was like, you know, wind effects are already in with the SEO steering, you know, wiggle, right? And that itself is just a modified version of the interdiction minigame, right? Like, it's already in the game. They don't have to add anything. Just, you know, adjust the modifier to it, have it apply whenever you hit an orbital cruise, and ta-da, you've got a new way, you know, new visuals when you land. Right? They don't have to add new atmospheric planets. But yeah, it was very weird. That the people just they don't really seem like they played a whole lot of other games or really understand how most MMO development works. It's just very weird. I don't know. It's like if it's not a game that doesn't involve playing with a bunch of spreadsheets, they've never really given it much thought, right? But you know, it was just weird. But, you know, outside of that, everyone else seems to be having a good time. And I would say the grand majority of the community is having a good time trying to figure out what exactly is going on, trying to read the tea leaves, that kind of thing. But yeah, there's definitely like, I've noticed an uptick, probably even more so than usual with all this new content, in people wanting to be extremely negative towards the game. And it's like, I don't get it. Like, if you want new players in and you want more things in development, like being constantly negative and pessimistic about it is like, that ain't it, fam. Like, that's not gonna bring new people in. And yeah, you know, that's why I'm here. I prefer just trying to be like, you know what, I'm having a good time. I'm liking exploring some stuff and shooting some ships and seeing cool planets. And that's what we're going to continue to do. But yeah, all I can say is, you know, if you are a new player, If you're like, you know, watching the stream because you're just kind of curious what the game's about, you've seen people talking about it or something like that, and you're just like, oh, hey, what's going on here? You know, don't let some negative Nancy's put you off of it. I would say that there are definitely people like that in the community. You've got a very hardcore, like, oh, power play should be PvP only crowd, and you know, you just ignore them. They're dumb. They don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to wave their dicks around about how much they love spreadsheets. So, you know, just do your own thing, find your own fun. There's plenty of things to do and enjoy in this game. It's not perfect by any means, but I'm having a good time. I put over 1,000 hours into it already. So, you know, let that tell you. Anyway, have you considered changing your attire to reflect the game that you're playing? So I cannot do that. So the way VTubers work is this is all drawn onto my model. I would literally have to commission a new costume. And then not only would I have to commission it, I would have to rig the movement for all of that. This is all just it's not an overlay. It's nothing like that. Like, this is part of the artwork of me. It was part of the commission when I made this character, when I made Weston real. Dreams became life, right? So yeah, it's not something that you can easily do. You know, a lot of really big VTubers, when they actually get a new outfit, like, that's a big deal. That's like the kind of thing that they do a special stream for and do a big reveal, get a lot of super chats going, that kind of thing. Like, you might, if you're a big Hololive Corporation VTuber, you might get 2 outfits and like 2 new outfits a year, if that. Now I can probably add like some other little toggles. I have like a helmet that I can put on sometimes. It's just a PNG that I basically stapled to my face. Yeah, just technical wise, it's not as easy as just swapping out the outfit. There would have to be a new one completely drawn from scratch. Here we go. When in doubt, ram it. I'm just trying to clean up a little bit. It might be too late. I don't know if the tick has happened for today yet, for all of the next stage changes, but we're gonna keep doing it anyways. I kind of wanted to rant a little bit because of some of the stuff that I've been seeing online in the community. But for me personally, like I said, I'm liking a lot of the stuff aside from the forced combat with power play security forces. Everything else about the update that I've seen so far has been pretty good. I am a little curious how much new content there is going to be. Most of what I've seen people doing have been like the stronghold carrier ships or whatever. I haven't really seen anything in the ways of like new missions or anything like that yet that don't involve those carriers. But, you know, to be fair, I only really had a few minutes to kind of check out most of those streams. I don't know if like Brother Sebastius or anyone else has really gone into like a really deep dive with some of it. I mostly just popped in for like 15 minutes, watched them read the new power play stuff, saw a little bit of Mandalay flying around, and that was really about it. So, you know, we'll find out next week. I know there's been rumors that there could be possible delays to the Mandalay. I don't think that's really gonna happen at this point. Like, if they're already pushing it out to their partners and have the test server open for it, like, it's a done deal at this point. It's just a matter of you know, getting things open, getting things ready. I'm more curious about what the big reveal for the new feature is going to be next week, and if they tease the next ship. We were talking about that in Discord a little bit earlier today, and you know, I think the general census is probably a medium passenger ship, just because Saud Kruger is they're kind of feeling a little left behind when it comes to the ship manufacturers, and you know, medium passenger is really. It's really kind of the last pillar of content. So, you know, it's going to be... so it's going to be a little bit. Until we find out. But I think, you know, there are a couple of different possibilities. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't think I've got an SEO on this one, yeah. I need to put an SEO on this, but I don't really feel like going around and flying back to Desiad and re-engineering everything. It's too much. It's too much. Maybe I'll cannibalize an SEO from one of my other ones. I guess I could take it off my my exploration vet and put it in here. Ow, I'm like on the other side of the planet. Man, I really shouldn't have left this system to go attack some Titans. My last parking spot was so much better than this one. Okay, you can do, there we go. There we go. Now we got it. All right, refuel. We'll do one more, and then I gotta go ahead and start the countdown to get this thing jumped and ready. I don't even know what the countdown's gonna be like right now. I feel like we're getting in just a little bit before the EU people start logging in. So hopefully it'll stay at the 15 minutes, but I mean, I've seen it up to like 40 sometimes. If it's 40, we're just gonna do CZs. Like I'm not sitting around just vamping for 40 minutes without actually having any content to show you, right? Like that's not gonna happen. But yeah, I would like to do a little bit of Raijin and yeah, have some fun with that. It was kind of wild last night. The gankers were out in full force. Like every time I would warp into the system, I had to add another player to the block list. Like I got better things to do than deal with a bunch of people waving their dicks around. Like I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Have fun. So yeah, I think I added like at least four more people to the block list last night. So hopefully that solves a little bit of it, but we'll just do it in solo mode for today. I don't like doing it in solo as much as I'd like doing it at open, just because I like other people that know what they're doing to handle the bombing run, and then I'll just sit there attacking the heart. But I gotta say, I do really like those pre-engineered AX multi-cans. It's kind of wild. Like just one run got me, I think, 4.5 million credits. Yeah, it was real nice. It was really nice. It's a big difference. I did a little bit more engineering on the old AX bomber, and it still runs a little hot. I still go through most of my heat sinks, but yeah, damage wise, it's definitely doing what it needs to be doing. I was trying to see, just looking at the numbers, how we were doing. It seems like it's kind of going a little bit slower. I just, I'm hoping I'm gonna fit it in within the 7 days. I think we'll be able to fit the 7-day cutoff for the people that have started tonight. But yeah, it feels like it's going a little slower. Yeah, that was another conspiracy theory I saw popping up on the Frontier forums, that the devs are manually adjusting the HP pool as they take a look to try and make it like slow it down. It's like, come on, guys, like you just play another game. I'm begging you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was like, when that CG happened, that was a really big thing. Is like, I would see a ton of forum posts and Reddit posts saying, they're only attacking, Shinrata because they want to slow it down. I feel like I've ranted about this before, but like, why would they be giving us a ton of extremely overpowered AX weapons and doing a big event to try and bring people back to the game if they were trying to purposely slow us down? There is no MMO in the history of MMOs that has given people a bunch of really overpowered loot for free if they were intending to time gate something. Like that's not how MMOs work. That's not how live service game works. They don't give out free loot if they want you to go slower. That's not how games work, guys. Like I said, I think we're actually behind schedule. I think they really wanted Power Play 2.0 to be like the story cutoff and start moving into the next chapter of the game. But yeah, there's no way. I mean, Mandalay's that next week, and it's going to take probably 6 weeks to get Kosijo down. So yeah, I think we're probably a little bit behind schedule at this point. We'll just have to wait and see. I think everyone kind of overestimated or underestimated just how tanky these last two Titans have been, because we've been at them a while, right? But it'll give people a chance to get in. If they're coming back to the game for the first time in a long time, or if they've never played the game, give them a chance to try a little bit of Thargoid combat, get that nice little boost of money from rescue ship runs. You know, there's a lot that they can do. Gives more players an opportunity to take part. You know, I'm a little sad that I missed a couple of those Titans because, you know, they're moving on to the gold skins. And I think there's a lot of people that really want a golden Corvette as the last one. And man, I'm really mad that I'm not going to get that. Hopefully, if I can help out with Casijo, we'll see where I am at that point. It's still a ways out. But I would really like to get that silver cutter. I think that's the last one that I can get. I think that's as far as I have gotten. I've missed 3 Titans, and I've taken part in the other ones. So yeah, by the end of the Thargoid War, I think I can get the silver cutter. That is it. That is it for me. I have to tap out after that. I am curious what's going to happen. You know, I think the Thargoids will still be around. It'll probably be one of those situations where you just, you know, got to go down to Witchhead Nebula or Bernard's Loop and, you know, have fun out there if you want to do some flower hunting. Maybe occasionally they'll pop back into the bubble for, like, you know, a quick little tap, quick little alert here and there. Give people an opportunity to, you know, get those evac missions in. They're not going to get rid of an entire... And that's a big chunk of content. Like, that's been the majority of the game for quite some time. So I don't think they'll get rid of it completely, but, you know, what form it takes, we'll just have to wait and see. Okay. I am curious. They've added a bunch of new weapons to PowerPoint 2.0. It's going to be, you know, some of the rewards. One of the ones that has everyone really curious is the Concord Cannon. I'm guessing a lot of them are like pre-engineered weapons. Like you've obviously got, what is it, like the Concordance Beam on a few different types of weapons. So yeah, I think it'll be like pre-engineered stuff. And it seemed like there's a really good variety. Like it was a pretty big list when I saw people going through the different options to pledge. So yeah. We'll mark special events and make them really hard. That's basically the Thargoids. They're the big flowers. That's what we're going to do here in a little bit. Like once a month or something, yeah. So right now, everyone's fighting the Thargoids. They're the big alien race. They've got these big Titan ships that have been in the galaxy for the past few years. And to take them down, you have to take down a bunch of systems around the Titan ships that have been, you know, taken by control. And that's what people have been working on. But that's been most of the content for the past several years. You know, people have been kind of tired of it for a while. So this year, as they kind of look to doing new things with the game and maybe moving on to new story, they're ending the Thargoid War. They're ending the Flower War. And yeah, so we can finally attack these big Titan ships. It used to be that you couldn't attack them. They were invulnerable. And yeah, that's what we're going to do here in a little bit and do basically the big raid for this game. It's really the closest equivalent we have to an in-game raid in this game. They're not super hard. They're kind of a pain to get to. I'll probably die a couple of times. It's fine. I'm not super worried about it. But yeah, that's basically what they've been doing. It basically is this game's version of the Borg. Right now, I'm trying to do stuff for my squadron, because players and player-made factions can take over systems too. So you know, we've got a really good sized bubble, and yeah, I'm helping us out. We're trying to take another station, and to do that, we have to win a bunch of these conflicts. So, numbers game. This is easy. This is really nothing. Like, I'm doing the easiest rank of these that you can. Yeah. Oh, these aren't the aliens. No, this is another security force in the system we're trying to take out. I'll show you the Titans. Yeah, they're kind of scary. You got to have special weapons for them. It was like a big deal when they finally revealed the new weapon types that could actually damage these things. Yeah, you have to have like a special loadout to take care of those guys. Yeah, that's not these. This is me doing stuff for the Diamond Frogs. It's something awful squadron that I'm in. This is just fighting other mooks. There we go. Yeah, the Thargoids are kind of tricky. I did a little bit with the CG, with the community goal in Shinrata, and those it was fun. None of my ships can really solo one yet. I might be able to solo one of the easy ones, but yeah, you get some of those Hydras in, like, yeah, you kind of got to make sure you've got a special loadout for it. It's a lot of like unlocks and stuff that I never bothered doing. Come on. What is going on with these other pilots? Here we go. Like, I haven't unlocked a lot of the really good weapons to take care of them. You've got like shard cannons, Guardian shard cannons. Those are really powerful. But yeah, they're kind of a pain to unlock. I'm just very lazy. I really have no interest in a lot of that stuff, so I haven't really dealt with it. Okay. Yeah, honestly, the Titan fight's really not hard. It's just, it's very easy to get spammed with a bunch of Thargoids coming around after you. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's a decent little bit of combat. It feels very spacey. Yeah, once you know the strat, I mean, let's be honest, this isn't FF14. This isn't an ultimate raid. I'm not gonna have to spend 3 months on learning a boss like I did for Living Liquid. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, I hate these. It's always a chieftain. It is always a chieftain. It is like one of the more annoying ones to fight. But this one should be it. And we'll go and set my fleet carrier up. Come on. Doing. And look at this shit. Come on. Now they're bored of it because it's the only part of the story that they've really done for a long time. It's you gotta, FDev has a long and storied history of story decisions that sometimes they make sense and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they want to go make a Jurassic Park theme park sim instead of this. Yeah. It's just they really didn't do anything with the story for a really long time. And like there's so many aspects of the game that they could have been working on. Like they could have, like I'm the explorer. I want new visuals and like new particle effects on some of the exploration stuff. And yeah, they could have been working on that, or they could have been like adding more stations around the galaxy. Like there's a lot of things they could have been doing. But yeah, they just kind of stuck. I mean, don't forget, FDev was, as of last year, almost literally bankrupt. Like it was, we weren't sure if they were going to make it as a company, so they really didn't have resources to add a whole lot of like new content. Odyssey, when it came out, the expansion, like Odyssey was a massive failure. Like just straight up caused a huge number of people to end up leaving the game. Thankfully, it's really not that bad now. They have put in a lot of work to some of the quality of life stuff. And like I said, I'm enjoying it. But But yeah, they've had a lot of troubles between laying off staff, financial troubles, that kind of thing. So like maybe there were some things they could have potentially done with the Thargoid War that would have been interesting and, you know, added harder raids and that kind of thing, but they literally did not have the resources to do it. They were like almost no money. I think they're doing fine now. I think they're back in the black this year, which is good. But yeah, I think they finally just decided, you know what, this didn't work, so it's time to change some things up. Because ultimately, Elite Dangerous. I mean, the Thargoids are kind of cool as combat goes, but Elite is ultimately about other players, right? And that's kind of where they're moving their focus back to. You know, maybe they should figure out a story before they make big boasts and claims. This, you know, this story is like 40 years old, right? First Elite was like 1982, so they've been working on it a while. Just ran out of money. But you know, the focus has always been on other players. So, you know, they're moving towards that with Power Play 2.0 and doing more of like player factions against each other and you know, that kind of thing. So we'll see where it goes. Personally, I want more exploration stuff. I do want little pockets of things to find out in the galaxy. I would like new particle effects. That'd be real nice. Who knows what the new feature will be? I don't know. I've got really no guesses. My first thought was, you know, some more additions to the low atmosphere stuff. But yeah, it's they said it's a completely new feature. It's not a rework. So now I have no idea. Now I don't really know. You know, I feel like people did okay kind of predicting the SEO drive. I mean, it's not quite what people wanted, like what people expected, but it's turned out really well. You know, the SEO drive has been pretty massive for what players can do in the game, and it's nice new content. I think people have finally come around on it. But it did take, you know, a couple of weeks of just kind of goofing off before people really kind of felt at home with it. This is going to take forever to find a system that's not occupied. Okay, give me a moment. Let's hope the countdown isn't too long. I can try Mora maybe. Yes, and it's a name system, so I'm guessing it's gonna have players there. Yep, look at that. Oh, Thargoid occupied system. Okay. Okay, what do we got? I thought I switched it over, but I'm just dumb. I'm not looking. The problem is I need one that's like in range of my little Python. Hey, look at that. I'll probably end up like 40,000 light years away. Hey, only 15 minutes, so we can do that. All right. While we're waiting, I'm gonna go make more coffee real quick. So just bear with me, because we've got time. But yeah, we'll kind of discuss what's going on with some of the elite changes and stuff here in just a bit. Where's the empath? There we go. All my AX ships are named after Devin Townsend albums, so you know, here's that. All right, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna make some more coffee. It'll be like 5 minutes. All right. So yeah, but yeah, we've only got another week before we find out what all's going on. I'm real curious what the Galnet news is going to look like once Power Play 2.0 starts. You know, some of the streamers I was looking at, you know, they were showing off the new power that you can pledge to. She looks really interesting. I do like that almost all of the powers, assuming it's not like a test server thing, which it doesn't seem to be, but it looked like almost all of the powers, if you're pledged, you have no rebuy cost when you do get killed by another power's security forces. So that's nice. I mean, that's good. The simple way to fix a lot of problems is to not have power security forces attack players who are just trying to play the game. That would probably be the easiest solution. But you know, no rebuy costs. That does help it out a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see, you know, how all that goes. But I am curious what the story is going to be like. You know, we've seen a few things in Galnet hinting at new possibilities for new technology and that kind of thing. And I think some of the test streams that have been out today kind of show that with some of the new weapons. Really, you know, some of those combinations, like if they do add like concordance cannons, like how's that? That's really interesting. I'm curious how that's going to work. But yeah, you know, it seems like a good time. You know, I do like, if nothing else, like it does seem like it's a pretty massive change. Not just in terms of the story, but just in terms of the scope of the game. Like you can definitely feel like they're returning to development on it after a few years out. So it's good that they're giving it attention again. I think they realized, like, yeah, elite players are not the largest crowd on the internet, but they are very loyal and they spend a lot of money. So yeah, you know, we're finally getting some really interesting new content after a while. So we'll just have to wait and see. You know, the security stronghold carriers, they looked really interesting. They look kind of cool. I don't really know how the combat was working. I didn't really get a chance to see anyone picking up those missions or anything like that to see what exactly like the goal was for a lot of them. But overall, I mean, yeah, it looked really good. It does look like they are still keeping merits of some kind for a lot of the power play stuff from what I saw. But a lot of that was people looking at the weekly missions, because you do have to start up a few missions to really start helping out. But yeah, the weekly missions all gave merit. So it looks like there might still be some kind of time-gated cap on it in some form. But there was really no way to tell how like trading and that kind of thing would affect things. Like everyone was trying out the Mandalay. There weren't really any elite partners that were like just trading. All right, just hopping in their cutter and checking Inara for some decent stuff, right? To see what you got from that. But you know, they have said obviously those things do affect the power play, but it seemed more like that affects things in the same way that BGS affects things. It does not necessarily affect your ranking. It just affects how much is going on in that system. So yeah, I'm kind of curious how that's going to work. But you know, overall, I mean, even if they just slap the UI changes on it, the new Galaxy map, I really like it. So yeah, I'm excited for it to be here. But yeah, I'm not excited for the maintenance that's gonna go on like 2 hours past their you know, ETA, as is what happened last time they did a big patch. But yeah, and then like immediately, what is it? I think it's Wednesdays. I think it's the last Wednesday of every month. I can't remember what day of the week, but yeah, we'll have the next Frontier unlocked pretty much immediately after the Mandalay comes out, and that should be the next bit of information for what's going on with the final ship and the new feature. So we're almost there. Granted, by that time, I'll probably be starting to gear up into FF14 again. So just kind of a heads up. We'll just have to wait and see. I know they've got the Halloween event coming out pretty soon. So I'd like to, you know, get in, and I think that's actually tomorrow. Yeah. We might do a stream of that next week. Yay. It's been a while since we played FF14. I've been very disappointed in the housing market. So I've been playing other things to erase my tears. But yeah, so we'll be doing some more FF14. But yeah, they've got, you know, 7.1 is going to be coming out next month. So we've got a lot to look forward to with that. And yeah, it'll be nice to get back into it. I really have not played it in a while. So yeah, we'll have to go in. You know, Throne of Liberty was fun for a little bit, but I think I'm kind of already over it. There's really not a whole lot to do. I got really mad at Throne of Liberty because the drop rates on some of the gear is just so bad. Like, obviously, as a Korean MMO, you've got the normal grinding stuff that you got to do in the open world dungeons. But like the actual dungeons, like Death's Abyss, to try and get my bow, I have been running that for a week straight, 3 times a day, every day, and still have not seen the bow. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I was just like, you know what? If it's going to be this hard to gear up, like, I'm done. Because there's really not a whole lot else to do other than grind out that gear. And I'm just, you know, I'm kind of over it already. But, you know, it was a fun week. Like most KMMOs, it was a fun week. And then, time to go back to the real games, I guess. You know, I feel bad because, you know, I started that guild for the Goods, and you know, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with them, because we didn't even really get a chance to do a whole lot. We didn't even get really enough 50s to do a guild raid. But I don't know. I tried doing Sorodoma Island, but I can't do Sorodoma Island without getting some more gear from either one of the other open world dungeons or getting my damn bow, which isn't dropping. So it's like, you know, I don't have time for this anymore. Like, do the traditional MMO system of like, okay, you've run this so many times, here's your gear. Now you move up another step, you know, like the FF14 token system, right? Like, they have a token system and it's okay, but it doesn't give me the stuff that I needed. I got a new ring out of it, but the bow wasn't one of the options. So I was just kind of out of luck. Yeah, there's no choice but to sit there running it. And I've also had a lot of problems lately. Like, it's wild playing Throne because it really feels like an early 2010s MMO in a lot of ways. Because I'll join into party matchmaking, and like, there will be gold bots in the party. Like, you can tell because they ought to have automated scripts that like immediately target and run to certain enemies, which in Death's Abyss is really obvious because you got to skip a lot of enemies in there, right? Yeah, it's like, wow, I haven't seen a legitimate gold bot in probably a decade. Like, wow, they still exist. Who's even buying this stuff these days? Who in the world is clicking random links from an MMO? Right? Like, some dude with nothing but a bunch of letters and numbers in their name just whispered me with this link. Surely I should click that, right? Like, who does that? Who's buying gold in 2024? I don't get it. I don't understand. It's a very wild time. It's a very weird aura in Throne and Liberty right now. But yeah, so the point of the story is I don't even really do party matchmaking anymore. And I don't really want to go through the party board trying to find people filling stuff, because that's just kind of another pain, right? So it's like, I guess I'm just not running dungeons. Yeah, I guess I just have nothing else to do in this game. So yeah. Now, I did see Once Human has started its new PvE season. I still have that installed. I haven't played it in a bit. I'm probably sitting around in the Eternal Land or whatever it's called, but I do still have that. And yeah, I might be interested in it. I'm not a big fan of survival games that have like weather effects, like where you have to wear certain gear because it's cold or wear other gear because it's too hot. I'm not a big survival game kind of person, right? But Once Human, it seemed like it really wasn't too bad in a lot of aspects, so we might give that another shot. I'll have to, probably re-download the update or something, but yeah, that would be an option. But yeah, I'm just trying to think ahead to the next couple of weeks. We've got a lot of time together. I'm feeling good. I feel like we've had a lot of fun with the past 2 weeks where I've really haven't worked at all. And yeah, we've really had a chance to get some content out there and have fun playing games together and just kind of vibe in a way that we haven't for most of the summer. So yeah, I'm trying to think of ways that we can keep it up and have even more fun together, right? Changing my availability at this job has been like the single best thing that could have possibly happened as a VTuber. So yeah, I'm fortunate to be in a position where I can do that right now. It's not going to last forever if things don't change, but for now we're gonna enjoy it. So yeah, we've got some FF8 and some more Shenmue and a lot of stuff to look forward to. So yeah. So yeah, Once Human might go back on the docket. We'll have to wait and see. But I also noticed, welcome if you were here from Blue Sky. I saw, for anyone that's never really watched my streams, I am technically vaguely on X, but I literally just post stream notices there, and even then it's kind of like maybe sometimes. The grand majority of what I do is now on Blue Sky because X is a pit. It's absolute garbage. So yeah, yesterday our favorite sweaty boy decided to change up how block lists work, and also every piece of imagery that you put is now available for AI data scraping. So yeah, there was a huge number of people that left the site and have migrated over to Blue Sky, where you do not have to worry about that. It has a nuclear block option. Everything is done through feeds to curate your own experience. But yeah, hi, if you're here from Blue Sky, hello, welcome. Yeah, that's kind of been the big news. It's been kind of wild, but it's also been really great to see and interact with a lot of new VTubers coming over from the old site. And yeah, but if you are here and just coming in recently, we are getting near that 1,500 subs. So hi, I'm Weston. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, like, subscribe, hit me up. We do a little bit of everything here, and a lot of variety stuff, and just generally whatever I feel like on whatever schedule I feel like. I don't really do the traditional schedules. It's hard to do it when you have a retail schedule, and two, my sleep schedule is all kinds of weird. So sometimes I'm live and sometimes I'm not. But if you do want to know what's going on, I do try and put up my notices about an hour ahead of time. That way YouTube can do its thing. It gives me time to, get the thumbnails and all of that stuff made. So, you'll be able to see those notices when they go up and come in and hang out. But yeah, we do a little bit of everything. All right, let's see how this is going to go. I'm real curious. It's been a while since I've done this in solo. I remember it being honestly kind of tricky. Mostly because, like, if any of the Thargoids get a beat on you at all, like, they all do, and they never lose their aggro. So, next thing you know, you're just surrounded by a ton of stuff and just trying to survive long enough to get your credits in, right? Because the nice thing with the Titans is, to get the rewards, you only have to earn the credits. You do not have to turn them in. So, if you end up dying, that's fine. As long as the credits were actually, like, shown on your screen, you're okay. You don't actually have to make the actual money off of it, which is a nice change. It's not like a lot of the other stuff. So yeah, here we go. Let's see what Raijin looks like, shall we? How far out am I anyways? Wow, that's a lot of fleet carriers. As expected. You know, being this close. Wow, we're around 3A. How far away is that from the primary sun? 22.7 light seconds. Really? Really? That's it? Huh. Okay, well, this is the system to be then. Who knew? I was expecting another one. Last time I hopped over here, I ended up like 16,000 away. You know, thankfully the SEO makes it, you know, not that much of a problem. But it adds up, you know, those 5 minutes here and there. Come on. There we go. All right, here we go. Oh, how many times am I gonna get interdicted trying to get there? It's only 300 light seconds away, and last time I was interdicted, I think 6 times in that 300 light seconds to the Titan. It's so annoying. It is so extremely annoying. Like, you flowers pose no threat to me. I outrun you without even having to pop a heatsink. This thing is so fast. What are you doing? Why are you here? But, you know, we'll deal with it as we get there. Sometimes you get those, sometimes you get those, and sometimes you get the other ones where you don't really see anyone at all. So yeah, we'll just have to hope for the latter, right? All right, I do love this. Like, it's not the coolest running ship. I might be able to cool it down a little bit more. Actually, do I have? Yeah, my cargo hatch is on. That's probably why. There. Maybe that's what the problem was this whole time. I was like, man, I'm still running like 2 degrees hotter than I should. But hey, maybe this will be it. Ah, here we go. Hello, flowers. How are you? Welcome. Tell me your favorite VTuber meme. Whee! Who could have guessed? That's all right. We'll boost out. I think boosted like close to 510. I'm not super concerned about a couple of interdictions. Interceptors are nothing. I don't even think they're even like trying to get a beat on me because I'm not really carrying anything. Now the ones in this system, that's a different story. They're gonna open fire the moment I get out. There we go. Now the problem is, even with these new heat sinks, I do go through heat sinks quite a bit. So that could be an issue. The only thing that really annoys me about it is now I have to use double the fuel that I planned on. Ugh. All right, another coffee down. Let's do this. Usually I can get like a couple good runs in, and then after that it's usually like I blow up time, right? But we'll just have to see how it goes. Depends if I get lucky with all of them targeting me or not. Ah, here we go. Whee! Pop that heat sink. Is this gonna be one of the annoying ones, or am I only gonna have to deal with like one? And I can synthesize a ton of heat sinks thanks to the material changes. Like, that's not really a problem. But it's just I don't like doing it. I don't like wasting materials on things that I already resupply on every time I dock somewhere anyways. Oh my god, here we go. Okay. Gonna be one of those times. Yeah, we're only like 20 light seconds away, and here we are. I'll see if I can just boost out. I don't know if I can against some of these. Some of them are kind of spicy. They shoot the big beams. Just kind of spray me from way back there. There we go. It would go a little bit faster if I was all manual, but I'm lazy. See some of the other streamers, you know, flipping on and off between flight assist off and all like all of this other stuff. Like, that's too much work, man. I already do everything that I want to do in the game, anyways, with flight assist on. Like, I'm not dealing with relearning how to fly, just because it's, you know, quote unquote the real way to do it, right? All right, let's go. There. Okay, so we're still sitting at like 22%. Is there anything else that I can like lower? I just turn off my my life support. How's that sound? I don't think the advanced docking computer takes up any power though. That's the problem. We'll give it a shot. We'll see. I am in Super Cruise right now, so. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm still running a little hot. It's fine. Pop one of those and then I can at least boost through here. All right, let's see what it feels like after the seat sync goes off. Sometimes I get a little bit lower after it's done. Not always, but sometimes, you know. Play those. Come on. You got this, buddy. Where is that pulse? It's a coming. Caustics. There we go. All right, here it is. Come on, take me through it. There we go. Nice. Back into engines. Clean, smooth. A nice calm breeze. And this should be it. We should be through it. All right, how you looking over here, buddy? How you holding up? Doing okay? How's your shields? Be ashamed if someone took them out. Where are you? Where are you hiding out? Come on, show me that outline. There you are. Okay, how's my caustic? Once the caustic goes down, then I should be good. Maybe pop one more heat sink just in case. All right. Which side am I looking at? Okay. Oh, hey, I'm already facing the right side. Perfect. Use a little bit more range. Hey, look at that. Is this going to be enough? I don't know. If it gonna open up like that, that's cool. Start off strong. Already have the vents open. All right, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Okay. Yeah, I'll see people doing this like, okay, there it is. Okay, where's that vent? Hey, there it is. Yeah, this should be more than enough. These multi-cannons are so good. They're so good. I don't know how much I got out of that. Probably not a whole lot. $447,000. Yeah, nothing. Barely anything. But I mean, it was up for a while before I actually got a chance to get over there. I don't know, I feel like my ship's a little bit slower than I remember. This thing having some pretty good... Well, to be able to turn a lot more than it is. And it's fine, we'll deal with it. Come on, get me... There we go. Give me enough to keep my heat down. Like, I think one of the things that would probably help out is if I had a second beam. Maybe get rid of one of my multi-cannons and just get another beam. But, I also don't want to do that because I'm very lazy. I was thinking take one off my courier. My old AX ship. Yeah, look at this. Nice calm evening in the gas cloud. Nothing super complicated. Yeah, I just feel like I used to move a lot faster around here. Feels like I'm just like really dragging. I mean, it's been a while since I've done this, so I mean, it could just be me making stuff up. It's nice to get started nice and early. Really didn't expect the vents to already be open when I got here. Yo. Come on, open up. You know you want to. Is it gonna get a visual on me? Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's fine. How you doing, buddy? How's it going? You see me? Ah, there we go. It begins. So this will probably be my last run before I die. That's cool. Don't think about it too much. Come on. Go. Okay, can I get one more? Can we make it another one? All right, we're gonna go ahead and flip it around. Go ahead and get it out of the way. Where are you? There you are. Ayo. There we go. This is a little bit more reasonable. Should be getting a fair amount out of this. Really, the heat isn't that bad. As long as I've got my beam running. Hey, little scout. How you doing there, buddy? All right, so that should be a lot closer to what I was expecting. Should be like 4 million, I would guess. Now, oh wow, 5. Okay, well, there's my bonds. I'm good for a bit. But yeah, you know, this build that I've got, I don't have a repair unit on. Unfortunately, I don't have repair limpets, which doesn't help. It's not good. Like, the actual AX chieftains and the people that actually know what they're doing, they've usually got some repair stuff on them at some point or another, right? Oh, hey, look at that. How you doing? Just a little clops there? Is that a clops? I don't know. I don't have a scanner on. I can't read. Come on, up you go. Come on. I didn't mean to use my other caustic launcher, but that's cool. All right, well, we'll just keep doing this. Why not? Every little bit counts. It's all for the war effort. I completely forgot that you do get like bonus arcs for helping out with each heart. So yeah, I kind of want more arcs because I've got a fleet carrier that needs some upgrades. I also wanted like a really nice skin for my exploration vet, which, by the way, if you didn't know, I have an exploration vet because at a certain point you just buy ships because you can and try out wacky things. But yeah, I actually really like it. So I'd like to get a nice new skin for it. Something more explorer-y than like this stealth black, right? Okay, open up already. Or taking your time. Beam does like no damage. It's probably why. Oh, something's trying. Hey, look at that. Look at that. How convenient. Come on, open up. There we go. I gotta like get the claw grip going on my keyboard for this one. Like playing Armored Core all over again. Yeah, that should be enough. We'll go ahead and switch it up here. I'm not gonna do, like, this is not a bomber build. So I'm not gonna risk it trying to like fit in that extra vent and then end up missing money. Come on, there we go. This is so much damage. Come on. I mean, if it wants to stick open, that's cool. I don't mind. You do your thing, buddy. Don't mind some scouts following me along. That's cool. Another 5.5. Yeah, we're doing all right. Progress is happening. Go ahead and unload those. We'll try and get another run in. I don't know how this is gonna go. We're getting a little spicy here. He's looking at me. He knows. It knows. Like, I'd like to be able to turn in the bonds if I can. Like, I'm not gonna say no to money, right? It's just, if I don't, it's like not the end of the world either, right? On. I definitely feel slower. There you go. Would like to keep at least one heatsink. Well, you know, I guess if we get a hyperdiction going back, that's not really all that much trouble. I can just boost away from that. Come on. Open up. Reminds me, we were talking about trimmers today and in Discord. It's like kind of like the graboids, you know. Even kind of looks like them in some respects. These vents. Flower butt. A Sue. And another. And another. I think I can get 4. We'll try. All right, where's it gonna be? Getting a little better at figuring out like the direction of it, right? There we go. There we go. Much better. Okay, so you can kind of see how we're doing on that first heart. You can see the ones that are faded out at the very top, right? Oh, I'm like burning up. Whoops. Guess my beam laser went out. That's cool. Don't worry about it. Come on, show me those credits. Ooh, 6 million. Nice, nice. All right, let's see if I can get out of here before they blow me up. Gonna try. Come on. You can make it, buddy. Hold out. Pop that heat sink and everything. Yeah, I want money. Also, that money translates into my weekly arcs, so there's that too. Okay. It looks like I did all right. Hopefully. Assuming like all of my modules are still even able to get me out of here. Where was I? Sauerkraut, got it. Turn all of this stuff back on. I guess I don't need the cargo hatch, but I would like my advanced docking computer back on. There we go. Hey, there we go. There's Titan Raijin. I did my part. For one heart, at least. I might not, you know, peck away at it here and there throughout the next couple of days. You know, try to get my free arcs for different hearts, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I need like 16,000 arcs to get my Nautilus class carrier, so it's not 400 extra for, you know, getting a few hearts here and there is really, it doesn't really help me all that much. And I am going to be buying the Mandalay next week, so, you know, I got to save the money for that too. Not a good combination with not having a whole lot of work. It's picking up. I did get my schedule for the end of the month though. So yeah, next week I'll be back, you know, to the retail job a little bit more. We'll still have several days off here where we'll be able to kind of do whatever we want. Like, that's a guaranteed thing. That's something I specifically put into the availability, but, you know, at least I'll have some kind of paycheck coming in. So yeah, there's that. But, you know, you guys can always help just by watching some videos, sharing some clips. and just liking and subscribing. You know, that is free. I do take super chats and super thanks, but they're not like required or anything. I don't read them off on, well, I get so few that, you know, if you do, I probably will read it off on stream, but you know, we don't do the VTuber super chat reading or the thing. It's just, you know, if you feel like you like the content, that's all I ask. I'm just happy anyone is giving me the time of day, right? All right, hey, I actually got a good parking spot this time too. Last time I was on the other side of the planet. I'm honestly kind of surprised I'd survive that long. I'm being honest with you. I really did think that at some point all of those Thargoids would blow me up. There's so many of them in solo. But yeah, it's fun little content. I like doing our background sim stuff a little bit more. I like doing stuff with the squadron and trying to figure out where we're gonna move and, you know, that kind of thing, and moving all of our carriers in and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's nice little break. Gives me an excuse to, you know, get out of my usual systems and go try some new stuff. And get it out of the way while I can, because once the Mandalay comes out, you know, I'm going to start prepping for another big expedition. We're going to be going pretty far up north, and I'll be out there a while. You know, I'd like to stick around long enough for Casicho to go down, because I would like that silver cutter, but you know, if that 6 weeks really starts to feel like 6 weeks, I might just say screw it, because I kind of like the way the cutter looks already. But the actual ship kit that you get from it looks a little better than most of the other Thargoid ones. Like, it's got kind of the neon glow tips. So yeah, I'm still debating, but it's not the end of the world if I decide not to do it and decide to go ahead and start the expedition instead. Okay, how much did I get total? It should be a fair amount, minus the 25, well, 12.5% for the carrier there. Yeah, there we go. It's something better than nothing. Nice, nice. Bloop. All right. Well, that being said, since I do have to return to work tomorrow, we'll go ahead and call it here for tonight. I just wanted to hop in, just kind of hang out a little bit, talk about the new stuff that is upcoming in Elite. Yeah, some of the news and what I've seen out and about, and rant a little bit because, of course, I'm going to. But yeah, thanks a ton for hanging out. You know, like I said, you know, feel free to hit me up on Blue Sky if you're new to the site. Check me out in the VTuber Fight Club. Most of my posts should go there at some point. And yeah, you know, I do check my notifications and all that over there. But thanks a ton, everybody. I hope you have fun if you are taking part in the game and taking part of the Titan takedown. Always a good time seeing a lot of players out and about, and yeah, just seeing the community come together for a big goal like that. And then, yeah, next week's the big week, and we'll be doing some more streaming of this once we've got our Mandalay. So, you know, look forward to it. That being said, the rest of this weekend, we'll just kind of play it by ear. I might be able to fit in some streams tomorrow or Saturday. But outside of that, I hope you have a good kickoff to your weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.